The purpose of this video is to help answer the question, how do I know if I need to do a short sale or not? If you are a subscriber of this page, welcome back. Good to see you guys. If not, make sure you subscribe and like the video. That's really how I'm able to get this information dispersed out to homeowners who need help. Okay, so we know what a short sale is. There's another video on this page that tells us what a short sale is, but just a quick recap. A short sale is a type of sale that you complete when you owe more on the mortgage than the home is worth, meaning you're short. A simple example would be you owe $150,000 on the mortgage and the fair market value of your home is $100,000. You are in a short sale territory, meaning you cannot sell your home and fully pay off everything that's owed. Your property in this situation would be called an underwater property, meaning you owe more than the home is worth. Underwater properties require short sales. The other type of sale I'm going to refer to is an equity sale. Some people call it a traditional sale. And that is when you sell your home and you make enough money from the sale of your home to fully pay off your mortgage and everything else that's owed. So when it comes time for you to determine whether you need to do a sale, the first question is really, are you going to have to do a short sale or are you going to have to do an equity sale? A common misperception that I hear often is that some people think, based on just reading random stuff on the internet, that if they're in default or if they're in foreclosure, that they then have to do a short sale. Meaning people get confused and they often correlate needing a short sale with being in default. Those two things are completely separate. You can be in default, meaning you can have missed mortgage payments, but you still can have a ton of equity in your property, meaning you could at any point sell your home, pay your mortgage, and pocket the remaining money from the home. Also, you could be in default and need a short sale. So being in default, being in foreclosure is like its own thing. And then needing a short sale or needing an equity sale is something different. And so they don't correlate. So you need to, if you're in default and you're looking to sell the home, you need to first make a determination. Am I in short sale territory or am I in equity sale territory? And here's how you do that. So first you want to figure out what the approximate valuation of your home is, meaning you want to figure out how much realistically, if I were to put this home on the market right now and sell my home, how much could I get for my home? A really basic way to receive a very basic analysis would be to just use the online tools like Zillow or Redfin. If you put your property address in there, they will kind of do an automated search of the comparables in your neighborhood and they'll tell you, okay, here's how much your property is worth. The way I recommend doing it is to make sure you kind of consult with an agent who works with properties in your area. And by agent, I mean a real estate broker, someone that you trust, someone who's a good agent who can help you kind of determine what the value of your home is. Lots of different things affect the value of the home, meaning like the condition of the home, what repairs are necessary. If there have been any additions made to the home, that can kind of increase the value of the home. Consulting with an agent who works in your neighborhood, who knows how homes are selling, will be able to give you kind of a more accurate valuation range. But if you're just kind of starting the process and you're just trying to determine, do I need to do a traditional sale, an equity sale, or a short sale? First determine how much your home can sell for. Once you have an approximate valuation range, then you want to make sure you know how much is owed on the home in order to close the sale. And this is where it gets a little bit tricky. So most of you will have a primary mortgage or a first mortgage, right? If you just have one mortgage on the home, this is a pretty simple situation. You have a value of your home and then you request a payoff statement from either your bank or your trustee, and they will give you a number and they will say, this is how much is owed to fully pay off this loan. Then you should be able to kind of connect the value of your home against this payoff number to see if there's equity. It's important to make sure you factor in closing costs. So you might want to speak with a real estate agent or speak in more detail with this so that you kind of know your numbers. But basically you take the value of your home and how much you owe on your mortgage. And if you do that kind of general math, it should be clear whether there is money in your property or not. If you are on the borderline, meaning when you do this calculation, if it's very close, that might mean that the closing costs associated with the real estate transaction would push you from having equity into a short sale territory. And so if you're on the fence, watch the video on this page about what it means to be on the fence and kind of what you should do from there. But it should be pretty clear if you can get the value of your home compared to how much is owed on your mortgage, you'll know whether you have equity, meaning you can just sell the home, or whether you need to do a short sale. Now, where this gets a little bit complicated sometimes is that many homeowners who are in default, or many people out there who are facing foreclosure, are also having some other issues going on. And so you want to make sure that you're aware of everything that is attached to the home. And what I mean by that is everybody's home has a title report. And the title report will tell you any encumbrances or things that are attached to the home that need to be paid in order for the home to be sold. These are often called liens. These are often called subordinate lien holders, and it includes things like second mortgages, HELOCs, credit card judgments, HOA liens, child support liens, personal judgments, things like that. So once you know the value of your home and you know how much is owed on your primary mortgage, you're going to want to look at your title report to see if anything else is attached, because sometimes those other things that are attached can cause a home from having equity to not having equity. And so that's an important thing to be aware of. If you feel like there are other things that over time have gotten attached to your home, that feeling is probably correct. I talk to a lot of people who are like, ooh, I don't know, but I kind of remember that 5 years ago something happened and something might be attached. And so part of this like figuring out where you're at process is going to come down to looking at the title report of your home. For example, okay, if you're in a situation where you don't owe very much on your primary mortgage, but you have a huge second mortgage and then you have 5 credit card judgments attached to the home, that might affect how much money you can walk away with if all of those creditors truly have to be paid their full amount. Now, kind of a separate topic here is the negotiability of the things on title, especially the subordinate liens. That is something I do, that is possible. There will be other videos about that here. But this video is really just about how do you know if you need a short sale or not? And the answer is figure out if your home's value is worth more than your primary mortgage and anything else that is attached. If the answer is a clear yes, meaning you can sell the home and fully pay everything off, you do not need the lender's permission to sell the home. You can connect with an agent, put it on the market, and sell it. If the answer is no and you are short, meaning the debt attached to the home is more than the equity, you need to contact some help and you're probably going to be in short sale territory. And then my last comment is, even if you are somebody who has equity in the home, if you are in a foreclosure situation, you might still need help. There are several types of assistance that can be provided when you're trying to complete an equity sale of your home. I do a lot of that work. Sometimes we, buy some more time by using the mediation process. I do a lot of negotiations on those subordinate judgments and subordinate debt to kind of maximize your equity. So if you're in foreclosure and you're trying to figure out what kind of sale you need, use the tips provided here to know if it's a short sale or an equity sale. And then if you're kind of like, where do I go from here? Reach out for some help. And if you're in Washington, give me a call and I'll definitely point you in the right direction. Thanks.